But I think it's important that we say this is not easy, right? You know,
100%, 100%.
it sounds, when you hear people talking about it, it sounds, yeah, okay, great, let's just go and do this, right? But when you are under pressure,
Yeah.
and as you said, when the emotions kick in, which oftentimes they do, then all of this theory that we talk about and all these steps, it kind of goes out of the window. And I just wondered, do you have any tips that people can do what they know rather than know what they do, right? So when that cloud comes over and they get the amygdala hijack, what tips do you have for them to traverse that area?
I would say two sets of things. The first is getting your mind and your body ready to engage. So there's something called the physiological sigh. This guy named Andrew Huberman, some of your listeners will have heard of him. He's kind of a popular podcaster in the US. He's really made this famous. It goes like this. Just this actually reduces stress in your system. Try that.
You took 2 breaths in. Was it 2
Yeah,
you
it's
take in? Right. Through your
and then
nose.
the second one, breathe out through your mouth. So
Okay.
that's just something that like anybody can do when you're in a stressful situation. Breathe. Do like 5 of those. You know,
Okay.
you will like feel different. Okay, and then ask yourself, is now the right time to engage? So you know, suppose that you are like in a heated conversation with your partner. Right? It's like I have a wife. You know, sometimes we disagree about things, and what I've tried to be mindful to do is just say, okay, hang on, we're going to temporarily disengage because this is not going to be fruitful. So if you're feeling like you can't engage fruitfully and you have a say over the matter, just say, I'm going to take a little breather, go for a walk, whatever. But don't go in red hot because it's never going to go well because of the emotions. They're going to bubble over in a way that's unhelpful. This isn't like the emotion of like, I am so overjoyed. Woo, right? This is like, I don't know. Okay, so decide if now's the right time to engage. If it is, then you've got to do your very best to just trust your training. And that's what I try to give people in the book is to train. So really, really put them first. Really try to authentically understand them because that's going to form a connection. And if you let people even just talk, they feel hurt. And don't underestimate how insanely powerful that is.
Yeah.
And then be likable because it's really easy when you're upset to not be likable. And there's a chapter in the book called Go Beyond Words. And sometimes what we say is as little as 7% of how people experience us. So it's like, well, be likable because if somebody dislikes you, you go in there and they want to agree with you. And they just can't bring themselves to because they're finding you so aversive.
Yeah.
Be
Yeah.
likable. So trying to do at least those 2 things, listen and be likable, start there and be mindful of their feelings. Suspend judgment as much as you can and just observe how they're seeing the world. Because unless you think they're an absolute, just like irrational maniac, you know, people have good insights. You know, even if it's in a political issue that's just so spicy hot, it's like, well, unless you think they're just completely insane, maybe they have a point. Understand what that is. Let them feel hurt.
I mean, this is such a great point. I love what you just said, that maybe everything you're saying makes perfect sense, but I just don't like you, right? And so therefore, even if I want to agree, that irrational part of my brain will scupper the deal, will walk away just because I don't like you. So something as simple as being likable. And the other way round, if you are likable, then we can work together to make a deal that I don't like, something that I do like. We can work together on that, right? If you are likable.
And 100%. And when you are likable and nice to people, so many doors open and so many conversations become a whole lot easier.
Yeah.